I've played drums for a good part of my years. I got a shop up here in Canton, Ohio. My students are always asking me about some of the basic stuff and about some of the fancy stuff. Rather than answer each question individually, I've decided to compile some short video clips as answers to some of the more frequently asked questions. The question I'm asked the most is about grips. People ask me what's the difference between match grip and traditional grip. I like match grip for normal rhythms like quarter notes and eighth notes. However, for the odder rhythms, I like traditional grip for triplets and shuffle and swing. Speaking of shuffle technique, a lot of famous drummers think that it should be simply a small motion in the wrists. To be sure, motion is the most important thing when it comes to shuffle, so I like to make it really big and exciting. Playing drums is all about having fun. I myself use an HQ gum rubber practice pad, but with whatever pad you're using, to get really familiar with it, you gotta get really close to your body. I also get a lot of questions about the molar stroke. People ask me if I like to use it. Well, I don't, and here's why. With the molar stroke, you gotta keep your stick completely perpendicular with your forearm, and you can't change it. You gotta... Now we're gonna move away from the rudimentary stuff towards a little more of the fancier stuff I was talking about earlier. This is a marching trick I learned from my old professor, Mr. Dildo. Here it is. People also ask me about double traditional grip. They ask me what it's good for. It's not really good for anything, but I got a pretty good trick you can use. Speaking of rolls, I like my rolls with apple butter, but that's for another day. But as for the drum universe, my favorite roll is the rolling roll. Picks up speed as you get going. I like a good exercise to do is to put the pad on my back. Paradiddle. Another trick I really like is... I get a lot of questions about my one-handed rolls. A good way to practice the one-hand roll is to do 4 on each hand, but you gotta keep them steady and even. And then you get progressively faster. Now for the end of our segment, I'm going to go back to the beginning and talk about entrances. Now, for a good entrance, you can lay your sticks parallel like this on the pad, or the drum set at a live show. And then when your band leader says 1, 2, sometimes I like to be a sleeping bag monster.